Hello, I'm here again with my parcel pet friend. Can you see her? She's in the crowd somewhere behind me. Can you see her? Here she comes. There we are. She was hidden. Yes. Rainbow Rachel. Perhaps you remember meeting her a couple of weeks ago. She likes going to watch football and rugby matches. I wonder if you have a favourite sports team. Perhaps it's rugby, maybe netball, or maybe you go and watch your school team. Well, when you're there and watching and they score a goal or they get a try, I wonder what you do. I bet you cheer loudly. And perhaps if you have a scarf, you wave it as well. Rainbow Rachel bounces up and down and does a dance. She gets so excited whenever a goal or a try is scored. She likes to see her team winning. A couple of weeks ago, she went to go and watch our local rugby team called the Pirates. She put on her red and her white, the colours of the team, and she went. But she couldn't get in. Because of COVID, she wasn't allowed to be in the stadium. And that made her very sad that her rugby team were there all on their own. Our story this week is about Jesus coming to a big town called Jerusalem. He rode into the town on a donkey, and a big crowd came to meet him. And they thought he was such a great person that they cheered. They bounced up and down, they danced around, just like Rainbow Rachel does when a try or a goal is scored. They didn't have any scarves, so instead they took branches off the tree and they waved those and shouted, "Hooray for Jesus! Hooray for Jesus!" Can you remember a time when you felt really good in a crowd? Well, that's just what it was like on that day when Jesus came into town. The trouble was that a few days later, his enemies captured him. And do you know what his friends did? All those who cheered him just a few days beforehand, you know what they did? They left him. They deserted him. They left him on his own. That was a sad thing to do. I wonder what you do when your football team stops winning and stops scoring goals. Do you give them up and go and try and find someone else to support? Or do you stay with them through the thick and thin? When Rainbow Rachel heard about the story of Jesus, I wonder what she thought about it. Yes, she was very sad to hear that Jesus was left all on his own. It made her think about her parcel pet friends, especially the one called "You Are Not Alone." The story made Rainbow Rachel think, I must always try to stick by my friends, even if it's tough, even if it might make me unpopular. I must make sure my friends are not alone. And so, when she thought about this story of Jesus, she said, I really will try hard this week and always to make sure I stick by my friends so that they and I won't be alone, but we'll always have someone nearby so we can cheer our team together. Hooray! Well, goodbye from Rainbow Rachel until we see you next time. Bye.